Terrorism is a systematic method that uses violence and intimidation, particularly against civilians, to achieve political, ideological, or religious goals. Terrorism in India has been a persistent and multifaceted challenge affecting national security, socio-economic stability, and international relations. According to the Global Terrorism Index 2025, India is ranked 14 among the most affected countries. The Indian government combats terrorism through law enforcement, military operation, intelligence gathering, and international cooperation. Terrorism definition. Terrorism is defined as the deliberate use of force or threats of force, often against civilians, in order to instill fear and achieve social, political, or ideological goals. Section 113 of Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita 2023 defines terrorist act as any act with the intent to threaten or likely to threaten the unity, integrity, sovereignty, security, or economic security of India, or with the intent to strike terror or likely to strike terror in the people or any section of the people in India or any foreign country. Such acts include using hazardous materials, explosives, firearms, or other means to cause death, bodily harm, destruction of property, disruption of essential services, or interference with critical infrastructure. Anyone convicted of carrying out a terrorist act may face either the death penalty or life imprisonment. Individuals who conspire, aid, incite, or knowingly assist such acts can be sentenced to imprisonment ranging from 5 years to life. Terrorism types. Terrorism types can be categorized based on various factors such as the motivations, methods, and organizational structure of the perpetrators. These include nationalist terrorism, religious terrorism, state-sponsored terrorism, ideology-based terrorism, and bioterrorism. Ethno-nationalist terrorism. Ethno-nationalist terrorism is a deliberate violence by a subnational ethnic group to advance its cause, like the creation of a separate state. For example, insurgent Naga ethnic group in northeast India want to create their separate state, Nagalim, Greater Nagaland. Religious terrorism. Religious terrorism has become the predominant model for political violence in the modern world, which aims to achieve religious goals or establish a theocracy. For example, current terrorist organizations like Al Qaeda use religion as a ground to spread terrorism. State-sponsored terrorism. State-sponsored terrorism is the use of violence by a government against its people or the people of another country. For example, Pakistan is often aligned to be at the forefront of spreading terrorism in India. Ideology-oriented terrorism. Ideology-oriented terrorism is driven by extremist political or social ideologies aiming to reshape society. It includes both left-wing, example Maoist, and right-wing, example fascist or ultra-nationalist movements using violence to achieve goals. Right-wing terrorism. This is terrorism carried out by groups or individuals who hold extreme right-wing views such as fascism. Left-wing terrorism. This is terrorism carried out by groups or individuals who hold extreme left-wing views such as communism or anarchism. Bioterrorism. Bioterrorism refers to the international release of biological agents or toxins to harm or kill humans, animals, or plants with the intent to intimidate or coerce a government or civilian population to further political or social objectives. Cross-border terrorism. Cross-border terrorism occurs when one country's territory is used to launch terror activities against a neighboring country. India often faces this issue with many attacks originating from Pakistan. Factors contributing to cross-border terrorism include porous borders, local support, and backing from non-state actors. Narco-terrorism. Narco-terrorism is the term used to describe the financing and support of terrorist action through drug trafficking. Terrorist groups engage in the production, transport, and sale of narcotics to finance operations, purchase weapons, and expand influence, often destabilizing regions and undermining law enforcement. Cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism refers to the international use of digital platforms to carry out or threaten violent action, typically targeting computer systems and networks. The intention is to use force or terror to further ideological or political ambitions. Lone wolf attacks. Lone actor terrorism. Lone wolf attacks refer to act of terrorism carried out by individuals acting independently without direct support or orders from organized terrorist groups. These attackers are often self-radicalized through online propaganda and ideologies, making them difficult to detect and prevent. Lone wolf terrorism poses a significant threat because such individuals blend into society and may strike at soft target with little warning. Terrorism causes. Terrorism causes include political instability, socio-economic deprivation, religious extremism, ideological indoctrination, and strategic motivations, all of which foster alienation, radicalization, and violent responses against the state and society. In India, terrorism is mainly fueled by the following factors: ethnic and separatist movements. Certain areas in India have experienced movements rooted in ethnic identity or demands for secession, which have occasionally employed terrorist methods to push their agendas. Example: the ongoing unrest in Jammu and Kashmir, driven by separatist and autonomy-related aspiration, has led to the emergence of armed groups such as Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Taiba. Radicalization and recruitment. Online radicalization, particularly through social media and digital platforms, has significantly contributed to the growth of terrorism in India. Some individuals have been drawn into the fold of global terror networks. Example: there have been documented instances of Indian nationals being influenced and recruited via online channels to join international terror outfits like ISIS. Geopolitical factors. India's geopolitical relations with neighboring countries such as Pakistan and China have had security implications and have been exploited by terrorist organizations for their agendas. Proximity to conflict zones. India is located close to areas of conflict including Pakistan and Afghanistan, with which it shares borders. This geographical proximity can lead to the infiltration of militant groups and the spread of terrorist activities. Illegal immigration. The influx of illegal immigrants can result in significant demographic shifts leading to economic and social tensions. For example, in Assam and Tripura, the inability to control large-scale illegal immigration from Bangladesh has altered the demographic composition, fostering economic and social tensions between immigrants and indigenous populations. Socio-economic causes. Poverty, illiteracy, and lack of political freedom can push people toward terrorism or make them easier targets for recruitment by terrorist groups. However, understanding these causes is complex as feelings of injustice or deprivation can vary regardless of one's economic situation. Terrorism, terror financing. Terror financing involves providing funds to support terrorist activities. This funding is used to recruit members, maintain logistic hubs, and conduct operations. Similar to money laundering, terror financing follows three stages: raising, moving, and using funds. It enables terrorists to spread violence, recruit individuals, and sustain their operations. Sources of terror financing. Terror financing draws from various sources including cryptocurrencies, banking channels, and informal networks like Hawala. It also involves exploiting charitable organizations and state sponsorship to fund terrorist activities globally. Initiative to curb terror funding. Several global efforts including United Nations resolutions, Financial Action Task Force regulations, and international declarations such as the Delhi Declaration aims to impose financial sanctions on terrorism and prevent money laundering. Linkages of organized crime with terrorism. Linkages between organized crime and terrorism have become increasingly evident, posing a serious threat to national and global security. Terrorist groups often rely on organized crime networks to finance their operations through drug trafficking, arms smuggling, human trafficking, extortion, and counterfeit currency. These criminal enterprises offer logistical support, weapons, and safe havens, enabling terrorists to operate across borders. In return, terrorists provide protection or share ideological cover with criminal syndicates. The convergence of these two threats make detection and dismantling more difficult for law enforcement. These nexus undermines governance, weakens the rule of law, and fuels instability, especially in conflict-prone and poorly governed regions. Thus, a comprehensive and coordinated response is essential. Terrorism proxy war. Proxy war is a conflict in which two opposing powers use third parties as substitute for fighting each other directly. These wars are typically fueled by external support, financial, military, or ideological, given to local insurgent groups or governments by larger powers. Proxy wars allow influential countries to pursue strategic interests, avoid direct confrontation, and minimize their own casualties. The Cold War era saw several such conflicts, including in Afghanistan and Vietnam. In the Indian Contact cross-border terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir is often viewed as a form of proxy war waged by Pakistan to destabilize India. Major terror attacks in India. India has experienced numerous significant terrorist attacks over the years, including national security and public consciousness. Major terror attacks in India include the 2001 Indian Parliament attack, the 26/11 attack in Mumbai, and the recent Uri and Pulwama attack. Indian Parliament attack. On December 13, 2001, five armed terrorists from Pakistan-based group Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba stormed the Indian Parliament. The attacks killed 9 people and nearly sparked a full-scale war between India and Pakistan. Mumbai attacks. The 26/11 attacks were a series of coordinated terrorist strikes by Lashkar-e-Taiba over 4 days. Gunmen targeted iconic locations like the Taj Mahal Hotel, killing 175 people and injuring over 300. The attacks involved shooting, bombing, and hostages crisis. Delhi serial blast. On October 29, 2005, three coordinated blasts rocked Delhi just before Diwali, killing over 60 and injuring 200. The attacks carried out by the Pakistan-based group Lashkar-e-Taiba aimed to incite communal tension in the capital. Uri attack. On September 18, 2016, four heavily armed terrorists attacked an Indian army base in Uri, Jammu and Kashmir, killing many soldiers. It led to India launching surgical strikes across the line of control as a retaliatory measure. Pulwama attack. A suicide bomber from Jaish-e-Mohammed rammed an explosive laden vehicle into a CRPF convoy in Pulwama, killing 40 personnel. This marked one of the deadliest attacks on Indian security forces and escalated Indo-Pak tensions sharply. Pahalgam terror attack. On April 22, 2025, five heavily armed militants attacked tourists in Dasaran Valley near Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, killing 26 and injuring over 20. This was one of the deadliest civilian attacks in the region in recent years. Terrorism impacts. Terrorism impacts national security by causing loss of lives, economic disruption, political instability, social fragmentation, and psychological trauma, undermining development, peace, and public trust in governance. Human lives cost. Deaths from terrorist attacks have resulted in a significant death toll. For instance, Lashkar-e-Taiba carried out the 2008 Mumbai attacks, which left over 300 people injured and over 160 dead. Impact on society. Terrorist violence has a profound influence on social attitudes, including trust in governmental institutions and attitudes toward migration and civil freedoms. A complex range of negative emotions such as anxiety, anger, sorrow, and a sense of vulnerability and helplessness are experienced by citizens as a result of acts of terrorism. Impact on the economy. The most obvious is the direct economic destruction of property and lives, especially of armed force personnel. For instance, the 2016 Pathankot attack exposed weakness in vital infrastructure and caused damage to the Air Force installation. Terrorism has an indirect impact on the economy through increasing insurance claims, xenophobia, lost tourism, and market uncertainty. Impact on international relations. The proof of terrorist attack sourced from other countries leads to a strain in bilateral relations between two or more countries. For example, the 26/11 terrorist attack were traced in Pakistan, because of which bilateral relations between the two states have been strained. Deviation of resources. As terrorist attacks hamper national security, limited resources are diverted towards defense in the form of arms mobilization, border management, and armed force recruitment. Steps taken by India to combat terrorism. Steps taken by India to combat terrorism include a multi-pronged approach focusing on both preemptive measures and response capabilities. These measures include legal, military, intelligence, diplomatic, and socio-economic strategies. National Investigation Agency. National Investigation Agency was created to streamline information sharing and investigations across federal and state lines. It has dealt with well-known cases including the Pathankot attack in 2016 and the Hyderabad explosion in 2013. National Intelligence Grid (NATGRID). NATGRID was created to develop cutting-edge technology to enhance India's counter-terror capabilities. It is a seamless and secure database that provides information on terrorist, economic crimes, etc. Anti-terrorism squads (ATS) trained to handle terrorist occurrences. These specialized squads are part of the unit present in several state police agencies of India. For instance, the Mumbai ATS worked on the investigation of the Mumbai attacks on 26/11. International cooperation. India has taken a leading role in international counter-terrorism forums and campaigns. For example, it collaborates with the Financial Action Task Force to prevent terrorist financing. Further, India participates in global counter-terrorism initiatives like the United Nations Security Council's Counter-Terrorism Committee. Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA 1967. UAPA was initially passed to address illegal activity, but it has since undergone multiple amendments to strengthen its anti-terrorism powers. The 2019 amendment allowed for the attachment of a suspect property and significantly reinforced the act by identifying some people as terrorists. Anti-terrorist operations. India has carried out various counter-terrorism operations to combat terrorism and protect national security. Notable examples include Operation Black Thunder 1986 and 1988 against the Khalistani movement, Operation Vijay during the Kargil War, and the surgical strikes after the Uri attack. Recently, the Indian Army launched Operation Sindoor as a response to Pahalgam terror attack, destroying terrorist camps located in Pakistan. Cross-border management. To tackle cross-border infiltration, the government uses strategies like force deployment along the border, surveillance technologies, cameras, sensors, multi-tiered security, border fencing, intelligence gathering, ambushes, and setting up border posts for local intelligence. Other measures. The government has taken several steps to curb terrorist violence, including proactive operations against terrorists, arresting their supporters, and deploying police, army, and central armed police forces (CAPFs). Measures also include night patrolling, property attachment, intelligence sharing, and intensified search operations, especially in Jammu and Kashmir. Terrorism in India challenges. Terrorism in India poses serious challenges, including cross-border infiltration, radicalization, lack of coordinated intelligence, porous borders, and difficulty balancing security measures with civil liberties and human rights protections. Prime focus on using. Since the rise of terrorism in India, it has primarily focused on the use of force to tackle the terrorists. For example, AFSPA has been primarily implemented in the regions affected by terrorism such as Jammu and Kashmir and the northeastern states. Lack of universal definition. There is no universally accepted definition of terrorism, making it challenging to classify specific activities as terrorist acts. This gives terrorists an advantage, allowing some countries to remain silent or veto any action at global institutions. Human rights concerns. Civil society groups' allegations of human rights violations by security forces have often prevented them from taking direct action and limited the political establishment involvement. Laws such as the Armed Forces Special Power Act (AFSA) have been controversial and criticized for causing excesses and alienating local populations. Budget constraint. Despite significant efforts to improve counter-terrorism capabilities, budgetary constraints frequently limit their effectiveness. For example, while India's defense budget has increased, there are still challenges in allocating sufficient resources to counter terrorism operations and technology upgrades. Lack of coordination. There are issues of coordination between the state and central governments regarding counter-terrorism operations. For example, in the northeastern state, there still exists a lack of coordination between the central and state governments to counter terrorism. Terrorism way forward. Terrorism way forward requires strengthening intelligence, modernizing security forces, counter radicalization efforts, legal reforms, inclusive development, and international cooperation to ensure national security and long-term peace. Strengthen the legal framework. Anti-terrorism law should be updated regularly to address emerging threats while remaining robust and respectful of human rights. Enhance intelligence coordination, improve coordination among intelligence agencies, and ensure seamless information sharing at the national and state levels. Integrated command structures. Establish integrated command structure to respond quickly to terrorist incidents and improve coordination among security forces. Advanced surveillance. Invest in cutting-edge surveillance technologies such as AI-powered predictive analytics, facial recognition systems, and biometric databases. Community engagement. Increase community engagement to foster trust and gather actionable intelligence. Encourage community policing and involve local leaders in anti-radicalization initiatives. Strengthen diplomatic ties. increased diplomatic efforts to form a stronger international coalition against terrorism with a focus on intelligence sharing, joint operations, and capacity building.